DeepSeek, the Chinese AI startup, just became the #1 trending AI vendor among more than 50,000 American businesses. Not OpenAI, not Anthropic, not Google. DeepSeek. And that may be one of the most surprising business stories of 2026. Because just 2 months ago, almost nobody was talking about American companies adopting DeepSeek at scale. Now it's sitting at the top of Ramp's trending software vendor rankings, ahead of every other AI provider. At first glance, this sounds like a simple story. A cheaper AI enters the market. Businesses save money. End of story. Except it isn't, because buried inside the data is a detail that changes everything. Many of these companies aren't simply downloading open-source models and running them on their own servers. They're making direct payments to DeepSeek. They're sending queries, sending workflows, sending business data, back and forth through infrastructure controlled by a Chinese company. And by the end of this video, I'll show you the exact warning Ramp's chief economist attached to this trend. Not about performance, not about price, about something every business leader should understand before choosing their next AI vendor. If you're new here, subscribe to TechRushByte, because while everyone else is chasing headlines, we're focused on the business decisions shaping the future of AI. Let's start with the numbers, because the scale of this shift is what makes it newsworthy. According to Ramp's transaction data, DeepSeek became the #1 trending software vendor for June 2026 across more than 50,000 American businesses. Think about that for a moment. This wasn't a popularity contest. It was a spending signal. Real businesses making real purchases with real budgets. And the trend appeared surprisingly fast. In April, DeepSeek adoption among businesses using Ramp's platform sat at roughly 0.1%. Meanwhile, Anthropic and OpenAI dominated the market with adoption rates above 30%. Then something changed. 2 months later, DeepSeek surged to the top of the trending rankings. Not because it became the most powerful model, not because it suddenly surpassed every competitor in performance, but because it offered something businesses care about just as much as capability. Economics. One story illustrates the shift perfectly. A San Diego operations manager named Claude had been using Claude for coding work. An hour-long coding session typically cost around $10. The same work on DeepSeek, less than 50 cents. Think about that difference, $10 versus 50 cents. For a single session, now multiply that across an entire company, across dozens of employees, across thousands of interactions every month. Suddenly, this isn't a technology story, it's a budget story. Companies don't change infrastructure because technology improves. They change infrastructure because economics improve. And right now, the economics are impossible to ignore. Another example came from Lindy, a San Francisco startup building AI-powered work assistants. Its founder publicly announced the company's move away from Anthropic models. The explanation was blunt. You don't need God to write your email. The point wasn't that DeepSeek was dramatically smarter. The point was that it was dramatically cheaper. And for many routine business tasks, that difference mattered more. This is the number driving the entire trend. 20 times cheaper, not 20%. 20 times. That's the kind of pricing gap that forces executives to pay attention, especially as AI spending continues to grow across coding, customer support, analytics, operations, and internal workflows. Because the reality is simple. Most companies are no longer experimenting with AI. They're operationalizing it. And once AI becomes part of daily operations, token costs stop being a curiosity. They become a line item, a very large line item. Now, to be clear, DeepSeek is not necessarily the best model available. Its latest model, DeepSeek V4, doesn't consistently outperform the strongest Western frontier systems across every benchmark. But here's the crucial detail. The performance gap is much smaller than the price gap. And that changes the equation. Because businesses rarely buy the best product. They buy the best value. That's why many analysts believe we're entering a new phase of the AI race. Not a capability race, a pricing race. For years, companies competed primarily on performance. Who had the smartest model? Who had the best reasoning? Who had the best coding abilities? Now another factor is becoming impossible to ignore: cost. and DeepSeek is putting enormous pressure on the rest of the industry. But before we assume this trend is permanent, there's something important we need to remember. This isn't the first time DeepSeek has experienced a surge in attention. Back in January 2025, the company experienced a similar hype cycle. Adoption briefly peaked, then normalized, the excitement faded, and usage fell back toward previous levels. That's why the key question isn't whether DeepSeek is popular today. The question is whether June 2026 is different. Is this the beginning of a lasting shift, or just another temporary spike? Because if it is a lasting shift, the implications go far beyond one company. They affect OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and every AI provider trying to justify premium pricing in an increasingly competitive market. Now here's where the story takes a turn, because up to this point, everything we've discussed sounds like a normal business decision. A company finds a cheaper tool, the market responds. Nothing unusual, but that interpretation misses the most important detail in the entire story. A detail that most headlines barely mention, because many companies aren't simply using DeepSeek's open-source models locally, they're paying DeepSeek directly. And that distinction changes everything, because this is where the story stops being about AI and starts being about vendor risk. And once you understand that difference, the economist's warning suddenly makes a lot more sense. We'll get there right after this. The distinction seems small, but it changes everything. Because many people hear DeepSeek and assume companies are simply downloading an open-source model and running it inside their own infrastructure. In that scenario, the company controls the servers. The company controls the data. The company controls the environment. But that's not necessarily what's happening here. Many businesses are paying DeepSeek directly. Sending prompts, sending documents, sending workflows, sending data through infrastructure they do not own. And this is where the story stops being about AI and starts being about vendor risk. Because every cloud service asks you to trust someone. The question is who you're trusting. Think about it this way. If your company uses a self-hosted open-source model, the conversation is largely about technology, performance, costs, maintenance, infrastructure. But once your data leaves your environment and travels through someone else's systems, the conversation changes. Now you're talking about governance, compliance, jurisdiction, security, and long-term control. That doesn't automatically mean DeepSeek is unsafe. It means the decision is more complicated than many people realize. Because companies aren't simply choosing an AI model. They're choosing where their information goes. And that choice becomes harder to reverse over time. Once a workflow is built around a vendor, switching later becomes expensive. Teams adapt, processes evolve, systems become interconnected. The deeper the integration, the greater the switching cost. That's why some of the cheapest software decisions eventually become the most expensive infrastructure decisions. We've seen this pattern before. A company adopts a tool because it solves an immediate problem. The savings look attractive. The implementation feels easy. Then 2 years later, the entire organization depends on it. By that point, changing course becomes far more difficult. And that's exactly why Ramp's chief economist, Ara Karazian, attached a warning to this trend. Interestingly, the person highlighting DeepSeek's rise is also urging caution. His concern wasn't that companies were switching. His concern was whether the trend is sustainable. Because there are real competitive, security, and regulatory questions surrounding direct adoption of Chinese AI providers. In other words, the market is chasing savings. The economist is worried about sustainability, and both perspectives can be correct at the same time. Because the savings are real. The pricing advantage is real. The business pressure is real, but so are the unanswered questions. What happens if regulations change? What happens if access becomes restricted? What happens if companies become dependent on infrastructure they don't control? Those questions don't appear on a pricing sheet. But they matter, especially when AI is no longer an experiment, it's becoming operational infrastructure. And that's the bigger lesson hiding inside this story. For years, choosing an AI model was primarily a technology decision. Today, it's becoming a procurement decision. Executives are no longer asking, which model is smartest? They're increasingly asking, which model makes economic sense? And that shift may define the next phase of the AI industry. Because DeepSeek isn't just putting pressure on OpenAI or Anthropic, it's putting pressure on the entire pricing structure of artificial intelligence. The AI market has officially entered its pricing war phase, and whether DeepSeek remains at the top next month is almost beside the point. The pressure it created is already real. Every provider now faces the same challenge. How do you justify premium pricing when a competitor offers something dramatically cheaper? That question isn't going away, and neither is the demand from businesses trying to control rising AI costs. So what should you actually take away from all this? 3 things. First, separate open source adoption from direct hosted services. They are not the same decision. The cost savings may look similar, the data implications are not. Second, if your organization is already using lower-cost AI providers, audit where your information is going. Routine data today can become sensitive data tomorrow. Know what is flowing through those systems. And third, look beyond the headline price, because the visible cost is price. The invisible cost is where your data goes. That's the trade-off every company is now being asked to evaluate. This story began with a surprising headline. DeepSeek became America's #1 trending AI vendor. But that's not how it will be remembered. It will be remembered as one of the first clear signs that the AI industry is entering a pricing war. A moment when businesses began asking a new question. Not, which AI is best, but, which AI is good enough, and how much are we willing to pay for it? An American company can save 20 times the cost by choosing DeepSeek over Claude for routine work, and send its data through Chinese-hosted infrastructure to do it. Both of those statements are true. The only question that matters now is, which one matters more to your business?